Hi there, it's Debbie from Celestial Astrology Healing.co.uk, and today I'd like to talk about Mercury and generally what Mercury represents in our lives in the astrological heavens. And also I will cover about the Mercury retrograde period, which we have another one coming up. There's 4 this year, and the next one will be on August the 23rd to September the 15th in the Earth sign of Virgo. So let me just share a nice image just to start with. So I like this image of Mercury, the glyph of Mercury, which is like Venus, the symbol of femininity and the goddess of love, with this sort of like a scythe or symbolic antlers above her head, like antennae, because Mercury is the Hermes, the messenger of the gods. He is all about communication. He is the traveler. He can go between different worlds. He was known as the psychopomp in mythology, where he could travel between the earthly realms and other worlds as a conductor of souls. He was said to guide the recently departed souls to the other world, so the bridge between this world and the next. So we have this opportunity to tune into Mercury and think about Mercury and how Mercury works for us. And we all have a different placing of Mercury in our own natal charts. So when we think about Mercury, it's about how we communicate. He has wings on his feet. He's about moving and traveling and interacting with others. He's also about selling things. He can be known as the magician, the trickster, the merchant, and the traveler. So Mercury in the heavens can only be 28 degrees either side of the sun. So if you know what sun sign you are, for example, myself, I'm a Sagittarius sun. So I could have my Mercury placement, and you can do this with your friends and family. I could have Mercury, the planet of communication, in the sign of Sagittarius. Or if we go back 28 degrees, there's only 30 degrees in each sign of the zodiac using whole sign. I could have Mercury in the preceding sign to Sagittarius, which would be Scorpio, or I could have my Mercury placement in the next sign following Sagittarius, which would be Capricorn. So you can play around with that with your own chart, thinking, okay, if I've never had my chart done, where does Mercury fit for me? What sign? Is it a fire sign? Is it a water sign? Is it an earth sign? Or is it the same as my sun? So Mercury in modern day terms, when Mercury goes retrograde, which I'm going to talk about, he's got a bad rap, hasn't he? Mercury retrograde, oh, my computer's broke down, or my car's broke down, or there's miscommunications, and that can happen too, because during retrograde periods, it's advisable not to sign contracts, which are very much about communications and having things on paper, which is a very mercurial thing. In ancient times, if we think before electricity, Mercury would be the person that would trudge from one village over the hill to the next village and pass on the news and sell his wares and maybe trade something and pick up all what the latest information was and travel back over and tell what's going on in the village where he came from. So he's got that sort of magical trickster, mercantile energy of being the communicator and the traveler. So when we think about Mercury retrograde, it's wise to be flexible about maybe not expecting things to always go to plan. There might be some disruptions or delays or miscommunications or glitches in tech with our computers and our transport. But it's also a good time to think about, okay, Mercury's going retrograde. What can I do? How can I use this in a positive sense? So, it's a good time to withdraw slightly and go back over things, like revising things, reviewing things, revisiting things, and reflecting on things. And Mercury will be in Virgo, one of the signs that Mercury actually rules. Mercury rules the air sign of Gemini, the twins, very light and airy and flitting. But in Virgo, Mercury is exalted in Virgo and rules Virgo. It's much more productive. It's much more using that grounded, mutable, earthy nature of Virgo, which is very productive and analytical organizational. It's the virgin, archetypal virgin, who brings in the harvest and she discards the chaff. She keeps the wheat. She knows what's good. She knows what the best things are. She's a bit of a perfectionist. She doesn't necessarily marry. She's respected for her own power and wisdom. So, you know, it's like a time with Mercury and Virgo, which she's been in, or he's been in, because Mercury can be masculine or feminine, either or. Not like Venus is definitely related to the feminine and Mars is definitely related to the masculine. Mercury can be either or. He or she's been in Virgo since the 28th of July. So at the time of the recording on the 2nd of August, just for a few days, 5 days or something. So since the 28th of July, Mercury has been in Virgo, and the date that she or he will be going retrograde will be the 23rd of August to the 15th of September in the earth sign of Virgo. So as I was saying, it's a really good time to think about going back over things. If you've studied things, for example, using your mind, reading back through your notes, reading back through things, revising, improving, using those Virgoan tendencies of perfecting. And, you know, it's also good during Mercury retrograde periods to double check your interactions with others in case they've been misunderstood or you've been misunderstood, just to prevent that. So just to think about Mercury, we've all got Mercury in our chart. Mercury's in the domicile that he or she rules, in practical, productive, analytical Virgo. Sometimes Virgos can be a bit fussy and perfectionist and have a tendency to worry because we can look into the minutiae of the fine details with Virgo, but maybe that's not such a bad thing, because with Mercury and going retrograde, things could be missed. So it is like, let's look at the fine details, let's double check these things. Again, it's probably best to not sign contracts or make future plans until Mercury has stationed direct, which will be on the 15th of September. And there will be another Mercury retrograde, which is at the end of the year on December the 13th to the January the 1st, 2024, in another earth sign of Capricorn and fire sign Sagittarius. So I'm going to try to share the actual astrological wheel, just showing the heavens. I'm not always successful at that, so let's see if this will work. I think I'm going to have to do this live, this share. I couldn't work out how to do it before. So here we go. I think this is a shared screen. Let me bring up my annotate tool to point out where Mercury is in the heavens. So the signs of the zodiac are around the outside of the wheel here. There's Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. You can see there's Venus in Leo at 14 degrees, Leo 30 minutes, also retrograde at the moment, but we're talking about this area of life here. We're in the Virgo season. The sun has just gone into Virgo. So literally, as the sun moves out of Leo and goes into Virgo, we can see here the symbol of Mercury at 21 degrees Virgo, 50 minutes. And this S in the red letter shows that Mercury is stationing. So we don't know if from this image whether Mercury is going forward or backward. So if we annotate, will this work? I stop that there, annotate. Here we go. This could work. I'm going to go 1 day. So keep looking down here at Mercury at 21 degrees 50, 1 day ahead. There we go. We've got the 21 degrees 44 retrograde. So Mercury's gone on, but is now going retrograde. So we go again, 21, we're going by 2116. Now it's 2052. So I'm going to annotate with a bit of speed. Yeah, very, very slowly. I'll move it a bit faster than that. You can see Mercury gradually going back 19 degrees because I'm only doing it by days. This should show Mercury stationing around the 15th of September. We're still on the 5th of September, 6th of September. Yeah, Mercury's at 12 degrees. 10 degrees retrograde, 9. It's like the lift off. I'm going to have my pause ready. Still retrograde at 8. There you go. 8 degrees, 1 minute. There's a station. There's an S there. So this is on the 15th of September. I'm glad that this has worked, that I've been able to show this to you. So let's see what happens after the 15th of September 2023. Mercury is 8 degrees Virgo, 1 minute. 1 day forward. There's another station, 8 degree, 1 minute, very slowly. When a planet is going retrograde in stations, it's been likened by another astrologer that I read here, like a big ocean liner going in the oceans and suddenly really coming to a very slow standstill before very slowly starting the direction in the opposite direction. So here we go, 17th of September, 8 degrees 10, and I'm just going to put the annotate on now, going a bit faster. So this is, I'm going to speed this up. Yeah, you can see Mercury now going through the degrees, 15, now 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 25, 27, 28. Right, and here we go. On the 5th of October, Mercury will be moving into the sign of Libra. So I hope that was interesting for you. Talking about the word retrograde, it comes from the Latin word retrogradus, or backward step. And during the Mercury retrograde periods, planets appear to be moving backwards as viewed from our geocentric point of view, but this is an optical illusion. Mercury normally moves faster than the Earth around the Sun, taking about 88 days to make this complete orbit, whereas the Earth takes 365 days for our earthly year. So during the Mercury retrograde, Mercury slows down and the blue planet Earth appears to overtakes Mercury. So Mercury appears to be moving backwards, but it's just that Earth is moving faster than usual at that point. So I hope this is helpful for you, talking about Mercury, thinking about how you can use your mind, how you can communicate, how you can travel, how you can use your ingenuity, all the creative ideas that can come to you during this Virgo season. And I hope this is helpful. And if you're interested in a reading, please contact me. If you're interested in casting your own chart, then look below at the astro.com website. You would need your date, place, and crucially time of birth for your ascendant. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it, because this helps my channel to grow and encourages me to share more astrological sharings. So bye for now. And you've still got a while before Mercury goes retrograde. It's not until the 25th, 23rd of August until the 15th of September. So bye for now, and thanks for listening.